The next word is monk. Can you spell workout? Your word is
House.
all right, spell margin. Margin. Can you spell absorb? Next up,
Water.
all right, spell intent. All right, spell gradual. Gradual. Next up, defy. Next up, exert. Can you spell rally? Spell cool. Next up, bingo. Can you spell monk? Next up, kiss. Can you spell erupt? Next up, convey. The next word is size. All right, spell
Quack.
spell noob. The next word is pair. Pair. Spell mix. The next word is power. The next word is brain. Spell gold. Gold. All right, spell enact. The next word is prank. Next up, film. Can you spell greedy? Spell ink. Spell iron. Next up, still. The next word is burial. Your word is reply. All right, spell pasta. Spell gender. Spell
Ash.
next up, sigh. All right, spell
Hotel.
next up, robust. All right, spell irony. Your word is trauma. Spell
Cliff.
your word is workout. Can you spell echo? Next up, random. Can you spell
Walnut.
the next word is guideline. Next up, vague. Your word is
Circle.
next up,
Burger.
spell suck. Can you spell
Tank. Tank.
next up,
Flower.
your word is
Human.
spell
Emoji.
can you spell
Ruby.
can you spell exile? Can you spell
Wind.
next up, dairy? Spell vein. Vein. Can you spell forbid? Your word is
Hungry.
can you spell
Cabin. Cabin.
all right, spell comply? All right, spell
Shake.
all right, spell
Pray.
spell duck. All right, spell
Town.
all right, spell
Length. Length.
the next word is
House.
spell thesis. All right, spell Flavor. Spell automatic. The next word is refrain. All right, spell
Lightning.
Can you spell
Broccoli.
all right, spell
Lather.
all right, spell
Villain.
next up,
Liable.
spell
Uncomfortable.
all right, spell
Imprisonment.
Can you spell stumble? All right, spell
Zoo.
can you spell
Word.
your word is
State.
your word is
Giant.
your word is noble. Your word is
Pie.
next up, wrist. Next up,
Soda.
the next word is
Update.
the next word is
Twist.
next up,
Proof.
the next word is
Clever.
next up,
Grub.
spell
Filter.
the next word is
Cool.
next up,
Zoo.
your word is
Bingo.
spell convey. All right, spell
Forbid.
the next word is vague. All right, spell
Meditate.
the next word is
Crowd.
can you spell embassy? Next up,
Dilate.
all right, spell duck. All right, spell defy. Spell wrist. All right, spell
Mix.
next up.
Grub.
Next up.
Clever.
All right, spell irony. Spell noob. Spell ink. Next up.
Tank.
Next up.
Giant.
Your word is vain. Spell
Flower.
all right, spell
Twist.
next up. Gender. The next word is echo. All right, spell
Reply.
next up. Absorb. Next up. Suck. The next word is
Hungry.
your word is
Ionize.
your word is
Probably.
the next word is
Gallant.
next up. Firefighter. All right, spell
Circle.
can you spell transaction? Your word is
Formidable.
spell
Special.
your word is
Normal.
next up. Subsidy. Next up.
Gold.
Spell robust. All right, spell
Proof.
spell
Emoji.
all right, spell exile. Spell
Filter.
all right, spell pasta. Can you
Pray.
spell? The next word is intent. Can you spell sigh? Your word is stumble. The next word is
Word.
spell margin. Margin. Your word is
Kiss.
can you spell
Hotel. Hotel.
your word is random. Spell exert. Next up, burial. Burial. All right, spell enact. Your word is
Cabin.
next up,
Diesel.
the next word is
Iron.
the next word is
Greedy.
your word is
Cliff.
spell
Ruby.
your word is
Human.
can you spell
Water.
your word is
Update.
your word is rally. The next word is
Brain.
spell
Quack.
all right, spell
Size.
all right, spell comply. All right, spell
Pear.
can you spell noble? The next word is
State.
your word is
Still.
all right, spell trauma. All right, spell
Length.
next up,
Prank.
can you spell erupt? Next up,
Shake.
next up, monk. The next word is
Power.
all right, spell
Wind. Wind.
can you spell
Town. Spell ash.
Next up,
Film
the next word is
soda.
your word is pigeon. The next word is breakthrough. All right, spell
Rye. Rye.
spell scrutiny. All right, spell
Pie.
can you spell workout? All right, spell dairy. The next word is
House.
spell sigh. All right, spell
Emoji.
can you spell
Length.
all right, spell
Exert.
spell
Proof.
your word is
Clever.
the next word is pasta. Next up,
Quack.
next up, erupt. The next word is greedy. Can you spell rally? The next word is irony. Your word is
Update.
next up,
Bingo.
can you spell duck? All right, spell
Brain.
next up,
Iron.
the next word is defy. Can you spell margin? Your word is comply. Next up, stumble. Spell
Forbid.
All right, spell
Ruby.
all right, spell
Twist.
next up, noble. Next up,
Word.
next up,
Wind.
the next word is monk. Your word is vain. Spell flavor. All right, spell alliance. All right, spell vague. All right, spell furious. All right, spell
Armor.
your word is
Circle.
the next word is
Paradox.
can you spell
Uncomfortable.
your word is absence. Your word is betray. All right, spell
Flamboyant.
can you spell abscond? Next up,
Pie.
your word is
Power.
all right, spell dairy.